Let's try for 12 this stream.
Only one out. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a...
Hey, it's really important to be a second baseman and have some athletic ability. And how about this right here? He goes for a base hit.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Elliot Alonso.
And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. And inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Stepping in, Spencer Sato. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Digging in for his second at-bat, Joe Thompson. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And the throw in gets away from him. The tag comes down, and they're going to get him at third. Aggressive base running there following. Digging in and looking for more, Joe Thompson. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. High in the air out to center field. Carnes moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Digging in to try it again, Murray Tejada. He's struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and there were 2 down. Ready for another chance, Derek Carnes, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Liner towards second, and that'll be a base hit. So very quickly here, the potential tying run is aboard to start the 8th. Digging in once again, Scott Griffith, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners.
Ball game now.
I love the late inning at bats when you come up clutch right there. Big hit to tie this game.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Thompson. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. Line towards center field. Carnes patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
I know they say sometimes. And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Jim Wood claims the win out of the pen, his first. Jamie Guerra closes the door for the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way. Stepping into the box, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Meadows is there to put it away for out number 1. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Well, Matt, they find themselves already down 1.
Striding in once again, Bill Ullman.
My day's pretty good. How about you, Still Curtain?
Working for the punch out and the offering. On the ground softly towards second. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag there, and the inning is over. So no runs on no hits. One error in the inning, but a man left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1. Into the box now, Joe Thompson. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Line drive to left. Griffith has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Digging in the switch hitter, Amuri Tejada, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Hit on the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. On to first, not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call. Ready once again, Joe Thompson. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a liner. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Wow. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. So digging in now, Joe Thompson. This is line to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
He was sitting on that fastball. You can't tell me he wasn't. First pitch fastball, and he turned on it like that. Nice job.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose. Quick check on that tying run at first, and the runner back. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And another throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
And he is going to tie this ball game late as this ball is down for extra bases. The tying run is in to score from second. It's now a 2-2 ball game. And he is out at third. So credit him with a double and an RBI. Ready for another shot now, Joe Thompson. Here's the first pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Carnes giving chase. He makes the play as the potential winning run tags from second. And the throw in gets away from him. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings.
Well, the way things unfolded, you kind of had a sense that this thing was going to end in dramatic fashion, and that's exactly what happened. A walk-off for the win? Wow.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Miles Lynx claims the win out of the pen, his first. Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Game number 3 of this new season between the San Antonio Missions and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Harvey Maxwell, the Alabama-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today. That means he's throwing strikes with all of them, and he'll have a dominant game if he does so.
Hit out towards second. Thompson. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Standing in, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Joe Thompson.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Meadows is in pursuit. 1 away. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. HR, what do they need to do to complete the sweep? Stepping up to the plate, Derek Carnes. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Like talking?
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Missions lead it 1-0. Striding into the box, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Joe Thompson.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. Base hit, and they're into the hit column.
Boy, that base hit made the front office really proud. That's what the farm director and the player development guys are looking for. Can you hit the ball the opposite way?
And now they've got him picked off. Thought about going for second, but instead, now they've got him in a pickle. The tag, and he is cooked at first.
That was bad.
So coming to the plate, Ed Williamson. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Williamson.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Now at the plate, Amuri Tejada, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, there's an infield single with 2 outs. You know, never too late to get a rally started. I love the hustle right there to get things going.
At the plate, Joe Thompson. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Now at the plate, Joe Thompson.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
Fly ball to straightaway left. Tran has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 hit's all they get. We've played 8 full. So striding forward now, Ken Ito. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Raul Ramos.
1 loss out of that series isn't too bad.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show tonight. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the North. Jesse Ramirez will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today.
And, oh, this is off the second base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
You want to talk about speed? Watch him here on this isolation replay. Is he flying or what? I love how smooth he runs, and he just bursted down the line.
Nice, nice, nice. Let's see if we can steal.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And another throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And again, he'll snap one over to first. And he'll dive back in.
Trying to pick me off.
And another snap throw to the bag. And he'll dive back in safely. Nobody out, runner on first. He's running towards second. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. The 3-2 one more time. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. What's the key to a home? Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Pitch outside. The throw. Might have been in time, but it's high, and it allows his man to dive in safely.
Looks like they're trying to be aggressive on the base pass in order to get that run back they gave up at the top of the first. I like that, especially early in the game, so we'll see if they can drive him in now.
Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And this is going to be a foul ball.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Set to deal on 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. And he can't track it down as this ball falls. In to score the runner from second. And he is in there. So a run batted in there on the double as they've come back to tie the game at 1 in the opening frame. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Thompson. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second. First pitch on its way. And this one will be foul back in among the fans.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. Digging in for his second at-bat, William Neff. He hit a sac fly earlier. Hit hard on the ground to second. Thompson is right there. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Ready for another chance. Chad Ulrich. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here it comes on 1-1. Right side, hit hard. And that is through into right field for a single.
Boy, that fastball's coming high and hot, and he was able to fight it off and got the base hit.
Digging in once again, Joe Thompson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Joe Thompson.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll be off the right field wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, he's certainly not shy, is he? He goes up there looking to be aggressive and takes a big rip right here. Squares it up and lines it for a double that goes all the way to the wall. Great work out of him.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Oh, man, is Mother Nature letting us have it right now. Seems like it's coming down harder than it has all night.
From the stretch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Striding in once again, Pedro Liriano. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. To short. Played on the backhand. And he'll turn and fire a desperation throw to first. And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort. And that ought to be scored an infield single. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Joe Thompson. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Swing and a line drive. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Leon giving chase. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. Around second now and headed for third. Thompson takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune. Digging in and looking for more, Joe Thompson. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, dive. 1 out. Ready for another shot now. William Iwamura. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Scooped up. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over. And this one concludes at a 10-7 score. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals slugged their way to victory with 15 hits. Jesse Ramirez gets the win on the mound. His first. Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Digging in, Luke Lieberthal is coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night. Working for the punch out and the offering. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw to second. But the run's going to come in and score. On to first, and it won't be in time to end the inning as he just about did a somersault out. Standing in, Reggie Bernstein is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Here it comes, 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Thompson. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Striding into the box, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Drilled right back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first.
Well, that's good hitting. 0-0. You want that fastball right where you're looking at it. Just take it right back at him. Nice one.
On 0-2. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Hey, this catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that.
What is your 40 for an 80.
Runner out at second.
Not bad.
A throw behind the runner at second, and a dive, but he's back in there. A runner at second, nobody out.
Let's attempt to steal third.
And now the runner's trying for third. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, he had him in a 2-strike count, and he just gave him a curveball that was a little bit too good to hit. You may want to bounce it in that situation. See if it...
Stepping into the box, William Neff. Here it comes.
I love conversations with you guys.
Here's a high pop-up. Thompson is there for it. 2 down.
I stream multiple games. Madden 17, MLB 17, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare.
Now at the plate, Joe
I'll be
Thompson.
streaming the division
Twos
and
all over the
2K
place. 2
17
on,
as
2
well.
out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Shepard is there for it, and that retires the side. So 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 left. Digging in to try it again, Miguel Hernandez. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, what a play! He beat it out. Digging in now, Joe Thompson. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Continuing baseball, there's football, basketball.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Ortega ranging back. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Corona is on his way home. The runner from first crosses the plate. The tag, and he is out at third, and with that, the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. In now, Winston Chavez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Thompson. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Now at the plate, Joe Thompson. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Is 12. So if we can get to 12 subscribers, that'd be awesome.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Smalls rounds third and is digging for the plate. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Ready once again, Rich Ortega. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Speared on the dive. He gathers the throw.
I love the late inning at bats when you come up clutch right there. Big hit, Titus.
Digging in, Joe Thompson. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Carson is after it.
Oh, maybe not.
And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. In to score is the runner from first. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Nice.
Coming to the plate now, Pedro Liriano. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Our goal is 12 subscribers this stream. We're currently
There's a
at 10.
swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Lieberthal racing back. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning.
I appreciate all subscribers. I really do.
Digging in the switch hitter, Reggie Bernstein. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Hey, we were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th to close the book on this.
A fast-developing prospect has his first encounter with the media. If his progress continues, it will be the first of many such encounters. This aspect of life as a ball player will demand the learning of an entirely new kind of skill set.
We're currently 5-1. We were drafted Kansas City, but we're in the AA affiliate right now, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. So yeah, we're doing pretty well.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the San Antonio. Domingo Portillo gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, last game he pitched 6 full innings. He looked like he had good stuff. He didn't get a decision, but he gave his team a chance to be in the ball game. I look for a similar performance in this game.
Ready now, Joe Thompson. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Carnes going back on it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first down.
Gotta love that.
At the plate, Johnny Guerra. And he's hoping to get things turned around here in April, entering play with an average down in the 220s. Oh, what a stop! The throw. Got him!
If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a
3
comment.
thumbs up here in the
Our
booth following
subscriber
this
goal
gorgeous play at
is
second
12
base.
subscribers for
We're
this
off to
stream.
the second, scoreless on the
I play
show.
multiple games. You can go through all the videos and you can see what different games. There's MLB, NBA.
Digging in to try it
I haven't
again,
streamed NBA
Joe
yet, but I
Thompson.
will.
0 for 1 for him here in this
NFL,
one.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare,
Hit in the air out to right.
and I'll also
Meadows
be
giving chase. He hauls it in
streaming
without any
the
trouble,
division
and there are 2
as
away.
well. Be sure to let me know what you guys
Ready for
want
another
down in the
chance?
comments,
Spencer
what you
Sato.
would want me to play
He's
in the
0 for
next
1
stream,
thus far.
which will be tomorrow sometime. I'm not sure of the time yet, but I will be
Set to
streaming
deal
tomorrow.
on 2 and 2. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Thompson. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Meadows on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the fifth coming up. The Missions lead it 2-1. Sent on the ground out to second. And he's set down, one away. Ready once again, Joe Thompson.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. 1-1, here it is. Runners on the move for second. Skied into straightaway right. Meadows moves over, and that retires the side. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. On now to the bottom of inning number 7, and we are tied 2-2. Striding in once again, Amuri Tejada.
San Antonio, the shortstop, Amari Tejada.
Now the pitch. Hit out towards second. And that'll get through into right. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning.
Boy, that big leadoff hit right there really sets the table for them with an opportunity to take the lead the rest of the game.
No outs, runner on first.
Ready for another shot now, Gary Hartley. Here's the 0-2. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out. In now, Joe Thompson. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
Hot shot towards the hole. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Well, you can tell he's got ice water in his veins. No pressure. Gets up there in the 9th with this streak going and delivers.
Now a move over to first. And a dive, but he's back in. And again a throw, and the runner back. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. He's running towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw.
Nice.
Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Nice.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
All right, buddy. Either get a walk or a hit. You can do it, right?
Trying to keep the deficit right where it is, the pitch. Inside, he misses ball 4. Digging in once again, Juan Cedeno, no hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how he got the 2-2 count. I think he comes back with a changeup here.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled back.
All right, not too bad, not too bad.
Another try at 2-2. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
All right, Kyle.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Kyle Mosley. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Hit hard down the line. From his bottom and from his wallet, he gets the out at first. A fantastic play, and the inning is over. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. Back with more on a Thursday night. Following. Now at the plate, Amuri Tejada. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. And a jam shot here as this is sent towards second. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
That was pretty bad.
Now to the plate, Gary Hartley.
That's okay, though.
A pause and the 0-2. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Stepping into the box, Bill Ullman. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot.
Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
And this evening's contest comes to a close. Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Williamson has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Harold, what's the key to continuing the winning streak? Into the box, Johnny Guerra, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Right to it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Digging in for his second at-bat, Joe Thompson. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Standing in, Lewis Meadows.
All right, double play time, right?
Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. He's got to hurry. Throw won't get him.
Should have just went to
That's the
first.
7th game he's hit in.
So striding in, Joe Thompson. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. 1 run scores. And the 2nd run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game. Now in the box, Joe Thompson. First offering on its way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Williamson is in pursuit, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying.
I'm going to keep contact and power pretty
Digging
even,
in,
actually.
Joe Thompson.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
Into the windup and the pitch. Liner towards second. Throw gets him 2 down.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one, but a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone has to head home, get on those computers, and get those taxes
That's
out
only
before
our second
midnight.
loss of
Tonight's
the
ball
season.
game
That's not
comes
too
to a
bad.
close.
Actually, we won that game. Nice, guys. Nice. We are 8-1 so far this season. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Nice. Nice, nice.
You finish your warm-up pitches, you want to get ahead, and boom, you give up a base hit. You look
If you're
around
new
like,
to
what
the
in the
channel,
world's
make
going
sure
on?
to like,
First pitch,
subscribe,
single,
leave a comment.
relax,
I
compose
enjoy
yourself,
conversations
try to
with
get
you
it back
guys.
together. This
Also,
inning
our
could
subscriber
unravel if he
goal
doesn't grab
is
himself and
12
relax.
for this stream. We're currently at 10. I stream multiple games as well.
And now they've got him picked off. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. He's running again. Pulled toward right center field. Carson sprinting after it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Harold, what's the key to continuing the winning streak?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs in all different ways. They hit the ball in the ballpark and they score on balls in the gap when you have a runner at first base. That's what speed, power combination can do. This is a very tough lineup.
Digging. Chance here with a runner at first and 1 gone. And he'll dive back in safely. Runners on first with 1 down. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there.
Well, this game is still getting underway, so maybe he wasn't quite awake yet over there at first. Hate to have a guy picked off.
Ready for another chance? Joe Thompson. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Runner at first
If
here,
you're new
1
to the
man
channel,
out.
be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what I can improve on the channel.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Guy looking up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Well, that blast serves notice that this kid is as good as the hype.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Joe Thompson. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. And here's a ball hit in the air, and that's in there, base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Oh, he hits a little dying quail behind the infielder. I tell you what, he couldn't have thrown that ball any better. Talk about placement. That was perfect.
Take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Pitch outside, the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Good steal there, and I'll tell you, he is a multi-dimensional player out there. He's got good pop at the plate, and he showed he's not afraid to use his wheels on the bases either.
To your point, Dan, he did go deep earlier, and now the stolen base here, so he's really having an impact on this game. A throw behind the runner at second.
Shoot.
And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. Now they put the tag on him at third, and that'll officially go as a caught stealing there, and that's the digging in to try it again. Luke Lieberthal, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. Ready for another shot now, Rich Ortega. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe,
He's set.
leave
Here's
a comment.
the 2-2. Hit out towards second. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Hey, Pac-Man. Thank you.
Well, Matt, that's his 8th game with that hit right there.
How are you
8
doing,
games
buddy?
in a row he's swinging the bat. We've been watching him.
Ready once again, Luke Lieberthal. A hit in 2 tries so far. Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Digging in and looking for more, Joe Thompson. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now.
Well, that base hit right there gives him 2-run cushion.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Robbie Dye. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
That was crappy.
Joe Thompson will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. Around second, looking for the cycle. Thompson takes the turn at third. He wants it all.
Nice.
But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. Joe Thompson just hit for the cycle. What a
Nice
thrill for him and
cycle.
everybody here in attendance for that matter.
Wow, this is great, man. I've seen a few others besides this one, and it is really exciting for everyone. Even the
If you're new to the
broadcaster.
channel, be
It's
sure to
such a
like,
rare
subscribe,
feat in our
leave a
sport,
comment.
and it always
I play
seems to
multiple
come out of
games, but I'm
nowhere. So
currently
it's pretty
playing
cool.
MLB
We got a
17
chance to see
Road to the
some
Show
baseball history on
as a
this one.
second baseman. I was drafted.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Yeah, Logan, I agree. I would have made it, but
Took
it's
a good
okay.
cut that time, but comes up empty, 2-2.
It's
This
okay.
is where you got to
We're
pitch
good
to the
with the trouble.
strikeout. Infield's drawn in. You don't want contact. You want to make him swing and miss. Throw the nastiest stuff you have.
And this will be
Crap.
put away easily for the out.
Dang,
And they get
man.
the double play at third.
Crap.
1 hit's all they get. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick
I
off
do
the
play
bottom of the
multiple
ninth.
games.
Northwest
Happen to be
Arkansas
playing
out in
MLB
front,
right now, as you can
8-7.
tell. I play NFL. I will also be streaming
Wow,
NBA.
what a week for these guys.
I've
Talk about
streamed,
firing on all cylinders.
Call of
Winners of
Duty,
an amazing
Black Ops
7 games in a row.
and
They
Infinite
say to
Warfare.
never question
I
the
will
streak,
also
and
be
these guys
streaming,
aren't.
the
They're
division.
just enjoying this
So
ride.
make sure to leave
A
a comment
one-run
on
finish,
what
an
you'd like to see
8-7
next.
game tonight. Jesse
Our subscriber
Ramirez
goal for this
takes the
stream
win on the mound,
is
his second of the
12.
year. R.D. Fry was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Felipe Blanco closes the
Nice,
door for
Logan.
the
What are you
save,
doing,
his
Clive?
first of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Northwest Arkansas. Luis Reyna, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, his last outing, Matt, he pitched into the
We are
6th
still
inning, but
currently
he
at
just
10
couldn't get out of it. Ran out of gas.
Our goal
I think
is 12
early on
subscribers.
he's strong in games, but in this particular ball game, what am I looking for? Can he get past the 6th and maybe carry this game through and get a W?
And with that,
What are you
here's a look
doing
at the
live,
visitors' starting
Logan?
lineup. What do you think they need to do to keep this winning streak rolling here? Striding in once again, Vincent Shepard.
Vincent Shepard.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. So striding forward now, Joe Thompson. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Thompson.
There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. Ortega looks up.
Oh,
Gone
no.
to
Dinger.
lead off the inning.
Hey, there are certain guys in every lineup.
Striding into the box, Joe Thompson. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Swing and a liner, but foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. On the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th. Stepping up now, Kyle Mosley.
Let's see, can you steal?
And there he goes towards second. Weak chopper up the line. A tag for 1. Throw goes over to third.
Nice, nice.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
Coming to the plate now, Juan Cedeno. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. 2-1, here it is. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Carson going back on it at the track. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Yeah, with 1 out and a runner on third. He just
Digging in once again, Joe Thompson. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Hit in the air to right field. Leon moves over.
That's an out.
And that ends the inning. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Hooks lead it 6-4. So striding in,
We were drafted to
Vincent
Kansas City.
Shepard.
And we're playing for Northwest Arkansas Naturals. in
Ready with the
AA
0-1.
affiliate.
Here's a little chopper up the middle, and he can't make the play as he overruns it, but that should be scored as an infield single. And on the error, a run is going to score.
Well, there's a 1-out infield single. You know what? You can start a lot of rallies with 1 out. He was hustling down the line. If
We're
you're
not too
pitching, you
far
think,
into the season.
golly, that was so unlucky.
Now at the plate, Joe Thompson. He went
If you're
deep
new to the
earlier,
channel,
and he's
be
2
sure to
for
like,
4 to this
subscribe,
point.
leave a comment. We're currently at 10 subscribers, and our goal is 12 for this stream.
Skied into very shallow right. Leon has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. 7-5, tonight's final. Luis Reyna takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Miguel Miranda.
We're currently 9-3, actually. It's not too bad. Could be better, but not that bad. We were drafted to
The game's
Kansas
future
City.
stars are on display
Royals.
as minor league baseball
We're
comes
playing
your
for
way on the
Northwest
show.
Arkansas,
Tonight, the
the
first of this
Naturals. We're
4-game
currently
weekend set
9-3.
between the Tulsa
could be
Drillers
doing better,
and
but it's
the
not that
Northwest
bad.
Arkansas. Harvey Maxwell will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, last game he pitched 6 full innings. He looked
If you
like he
enjoy
had
what you're
good
seeing,
stuff.
subscribe,
He didn't
leave
get
a
a
comment,
decision,
a
but he
like.
gave his team a chance to be in the ball game. I look for a similar performance in this game.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Leave a comment to tell me
So
what
striding
I can do
in,
better for,
Cliff
on the channel.
Bailey. He did not play last night, but
I'm
clearly
always open
back
to
in the
criticism.
starting 9 for this one. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. And now we'll look at the starting lineup.
Well, this is a tough lineup right here. A bunch of young bloods, youngsters coming right at you. They're aggressive. They're excited to be there. And I think they have the advantage because you haven't seen them before as the pitcher. And I know they haven't seen you either, but, man, they're coming out to shoot. First pitch fastball, they're probably swinging.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 2-0 ball game. Now at the plate, Enrique Ramos. He comes into this April contest as one of the hottest hitters in the league. His season average up into the high 300s now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
I'm not here to make excuses, but it is cold tonight, and it looks a little damp out there, too. The ball might have just slipped out of his hands on that one.
If you enjoy baseball or any sports, killing zombies, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Ready now, Joe
'Cause I do
Thompson.
all of the above.
He'll lead things off here in the bottom
streams.
half of the first.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
Our subscriber goal is 12, and we are currently
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. HR, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
We're looking at a club I'll say is lukewarm. They're 4-2 at home. Not sizzling hot and not playing poor either. But the first game on the road, I think we'll learn a lot about what this club is about.
Armas on the move, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. Around second now and headed for third, and he is in there. to 2-2 now.
Here we are in the first inning. We're watching adjustments be made after giving up that extra base hit. Now that's better location. He's going to have a better day if he does that.
Set to deal on 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball, and he's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
Now another 2-2. Ball 3.
Nice take.
3-2 now.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
Hit hard towards second. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Nice, nice, nice.
You throw a ball down the middle, you better start ducking right when you release it. He took it right back at him. Hit it where it's thrown.
Stepping up now, Mark Felton. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night.
Nice, nice.
Grounded back up the middle. Thompson. Middle. 1 away.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Okay, here's
I'm
the
open
defense
to
for the home team, brought to you by Majestic.
Any
We're
conversations.
looking at one of the best defensive teams in the
Any
league. They're in the
criticism?
top 5 in fielding.
Our current
Digging in
goal
for his second
is
at-bat,
12 for
Joe
this stream.
Thompson.
12 subscribers. We're currently at 10. 10, so we need 2 new subscribers.
Line towards center field. Bailey is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Ready for another chance? Mark Felton, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at
Double
third.
play situation. Let's get her done.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. A play at the plate, and he's out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score.
Sort of a daring move there going for the plate, but it didn't pay off. It was hit softly, but it gets scooped up quickly and fired home on target. Ideally, you want to go home like that on a ball that's hit beyond the pitcher's mound.
Striding in once again,
All right, let's see
Joe
if we can drop this
Thompson.
run in.
1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Dutton going back, and just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall.
Nice.
And that'll add an insurance run there from
Nice
second to
job,
make
buddy.
this a 6-4 game now.
Yeah, and giving up an RBI double is always painful, but even more so when there are 2 outs in the inning. A run had already crossed the plate, and then he gives up a blistering double to allow another run on the board.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now.
Not too bad at all.
And yeesh, not the kind of swing you're looking for. 3-1 as it runs to a full count now. 3-2.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The next 3-2. Tapper right back to the mound. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no
That's okay.
errors, and a runner left on.
That's okay.
We played 4 full. The Naturals lead it 6-4. Digging in and looking for more, Garrett Harrington. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 1 run here, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. Tulsa's out in front here, 7-6. Digging in to try it again, Jonathan Sanchez. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, and a beautiful diving catch there will end the inning as the side is retired. That's as good a play as you're going to see a second baseman make, and he does it to end. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Thompson. He bats here with a double and a triple on his line in this one. This one skied out toward right. Dutton is in pursuit, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
That's okay, that's okay.
Digging in once again, Joe Thompson. He's tripled and doubled in 4 trips in the ball game. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And I believe your tying run's going to be in scoring position right away as this is down for extra bases. And he'll get in at second base as the tying run's aboard with a leadoff double.
Now we need Pedro to do his job.
Stepping into the box, Pedro Liriano. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Chop foul over towards the dugout. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit the other way out toward right field.
Tag up.
Dutton is there to make the catch, and that's a big out, number 1. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
Nice.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Working for the punch out and the offering. And plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down. And he's safe. Ready for another shot now, Juan Cedeno. And he's got a chance to tie things up here as the equalizer sits just 90 feet away. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Cedeno heads for the plate. And they will tag him out at the plate. And that'll keep our ball game tied up. Into the box now, Cliff Bailey.
Let's go.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be? There's 1. On to first, a double play.
Well, it was a promising start with the leadoff man on in a tie ball game, but there's
Digging in, Joe Thompson. So far in this one, 2 doubles and a triple to his credit. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And he will make it into second base as the winning run is in scoring position now with only 1 away. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. A throw behind the runner at second. Runner back safely. And he'll turn and throw back to second again. The tag, and he is out.
Shoot.
Ready once again, Garrett Harrington. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now.
Harrington.
All right, come on now.
Sent on the ground out to second. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
That's just a strong man right there. That ball's on the outside half, and everybody else shoots it the other way. He pulls it and gets a base hit. Everything you're not supposed to do, he did, and got a hit for it.
Brahan.
I should
The 1-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box scores, but man, that ball was hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Joe Thompson. He's looking for hit number 5 in this one right here. Hit in the air to right field. Dutton back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Well, it took about a game and a half to seal this deal, but they took the lead in the top of the 14th and hung on for the road win in the bottom of the 14th. That's a real team builder right there.
9-7, the final score in this ball game. The Tulsa Drillers get the win after banging out 16 total hits. Jim McWilliams claims the win out of the pen, his first. James Newman records the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Tulsa Drillers and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Now batting, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. HR visitors here as they take the field after a scoreless top half. They've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
Well, Matt, it's always nice to win the first game on the road.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. Thompson takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches it. So coming to the plate, Mark Felton. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. Ready with the 1-2. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
A really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Nice try, nice try, nice try.
Now in the box, Joe Thompson. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Joe Thompson.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a leadoff single will be the start to their half of the third.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back safely. A runner at first with no outs here. And now they've got him in a rundown, and he is out on the tag.
So much for that leadoff single. That was a good move and a pretty quick tag by the first baseman, and it's like the hit never even happened.
Now at the plate, Booker Lopez. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Center fielder, Booker Lopez.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Thompson is up. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Digging in, Joe Thompson. He'll start things out in the home half of the other way to right. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Kyle Mosley.
Center fielder.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. One and one, here it is. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Good steal there, and I'll tell you, he is a multi-dimensional player out there. He's got good pop at the plate, and he showed he's not afraid to use his wheels on the bases either.
To your point, Dan, he did go deep earlier, and now the stolen base here, so he's really having an impact on this game. For the strikeout, here's the 1-2. He pulls this one into right. And that's in there, base hit. And this will score the run from second to make this a 5-3 game now. So they continue to swing the bats well here in the opening month of the season as we take a look at the team leaderboard for total runs scored. And as you see there, they find themselves third in the Texas League in that category. Digging in the switch hitter, Jonathan Sanchez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. So digging in now, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Joe Thompson.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Lopez. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Striding into the box, Joe Thompson. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. The 0-1 pitch. And that is through into center field, a base hit. Greenberg rounds the corner and is headed home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. The tag, and they got him as he couldn't get back to...
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
8-4 tonight. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals secure their 10th victory of the season. Number 65 takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. Frank Estrella was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Felipe Blanco hammers down the 5-out save, his 2nd. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score for the victorious Naturals. 8 runs on 12 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Drillers, 4 runs on 8 hits. With 1 error, they left 6.
Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight, game 4 of this 4-game weekend set between the Tulsa Drillers and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Hector Espinoza, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, his last outing, he gave up 4 walks. Now, sometimes I think you nibble on the corners when you need to. I just thought he didn't have good stuff or good command. So we'll see what the command and execution looks like in this game.
Stepping into the box, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Joe Thompson.
Hit hard to short. No problem here, 1 away. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for them if they want to split this series, HR?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche.
In now, Jonathan Sanchez. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. On the ground to the right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
Well, he's been on a bit of a cold streak, and he gets a base hit there. That's the kind of hit. He didn't hit it hard. This is one of those that you need to get in the hit column. This is a good jump start for him.
So striding forward now, Joe Thompson. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Joe Thompson.
Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. Coming to the plate now, Kyle Mosley. From the stretch. And there he goes towards second. Pitch outside. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. No one out with a runner at second. To 2-2 now.
Well, Matt, this is a situation in last night's game. They didn't do a very good job driving in runs. Now, in this game, you capitalize on it. You grow from your mistakes and be able to come back and deliver in this one here.
Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit.
Got in the count, went for the big power swing, didn't work out, and then you shorten your swing, got the base hit. Nice job.
Our subscriber goal for the stream is going to be 12. We're currently at 10 subscribers, so we need 2 new
Now batting,
subscribers.
right fielder, Olo Orlando.
On the ground to second base. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and they get them both. And now this is going to turn into a triple play, and that will end the inning. Wow! So they pick up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and none left. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. At the plate, Enrique Samuels. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Samuel.
The 1-1 pitch. And oh dear, that caught him full bore on the mound as it ricochets back toward the plate. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. So stepping in, Joe Thompson. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Joe Thompson.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Sanchez is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. Coming to the plate now, Enrique Samuels, and he's trying to make this a 5-hit ball game for himself right here. 0 in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man. Stepping in, Joe Thompson.
Joe Thompson.
Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
That pitch right there, Matt, 100%. Every hitter, listen to this, every hitter in the game, he's throwing a first pitch strike to. That's ridiculous.
Back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Hey, that's a base hit right there. Now, they got 2 runners on. This may be their best opportunity to get on the board. They've been shut out the whole game.
Settling in now, Juan Cedeno.
Designated hitter, Juan Cedeno.
Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 5-2 game.
Well, that ball's hit hard right there, and it should be no surprise. That's what happens when you fall behind 3-1 in a count.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4 out save. Job well done.
We were drafted by Kansas City Royals, and we're playing for the AA affiliate, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. We're also a second baseman for now.
A player who's had a hot start at the plate gets a check-in from his batting coach. If rapport can be established early on with a player, then all the sooner can come trust and coachability.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight we get the week started with the first of 4 between the Springfield Cardinals and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Ready now, Rick Myers. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Hit out towards second. Thompson. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Into the box now, Joe Thompson. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Takes this the other way to right. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Well, that was a nice swing in that opposite field base hit. Hey, he's using the whole field. He's off to a great start. If he stays like this could be a monster year for him.
Batting fifth, catcher, Luis Alvarado.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball.
Nice.
And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that 2-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, Bill Thompson.
And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2.
Matt, in last night's game, this is the situation right here. They didn't do a very good job driving guys in with runners in scoring position. Right here, you got a guy in scoring position. You got to capitalize and drive in. If you swung at a bad pitch last night, get a good pitch to drive right here.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI 2-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
Ready for another chance? Michael Fink, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit. Oh, what a stop on the slide. The throw. Hey now. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Northwest Arkansas out in front, 3-2. Digging in to try it again, Joe Thompson.
Joe Thompson.
We are still currently at 10 subscribers.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Third inning, already a 3-2 ball game. High pop-up. Ramirez is over. 2 gone. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Rick Myers, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Naturals lead it 6-2. Ready for another shot now, Joe Thompson. A hit in 2 tries so far. Heading out towards shallow right. Julio is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far. Coming to the plate now, Joe Thompson. Into the windup and the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Julio has it in his tracks. And that retires the side. So 1 run here on 1 base hit. The home. Digging in once again, Herbert Webster. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat. He could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in their face and salt this game away for his guys.
A tight one, 7-6, the final. Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the double. Now at the plate, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
And that one right down Main Street. Our visitors here as they take the field after a scoreless top half. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, last game they just didn't play well. They gave up a lot of runs, really sloppy. So when you play that sloppy, you're not going to win games.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Long run for the right fielder, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to second. Sanders fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings.
Stepping in, David Ramirez. The average on the year for him is just shy of 310 entering action in this one. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the throw as they get the force out. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Thompson. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Under it is the right fielder. 1 down. Striding in once again, Joe Thompson. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Joe Thompson.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first. So that'll go into the books as an E6, and he'll be kicking himself over that one. Ready once again, Kyle Mosley. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. A runner at first with no out. Runner goes for second. A pitch out. The throw. And just great defensive baseball there as they will nail him at second on the pitch out.
Wow, that's a big-time throw right there, and it's a tall task to throw him out stealing a bag, but he got rid of it quickly, and it was a good job down there applying the quick tag. They'll have to feel good about that one.
Stepping into the box, Brooklyn Bridges. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point.
75.
Now a ball rolled softly to second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. At the plate, Joe Thompson. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? There's 1. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Springfield's out in front, 2-0. Now at the plate, Herbert Webster. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Webster.
Nobody out, runner on first. Smoked on the ground up the middle. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Hey, that's not the guy you're going to see doubled off very often, so that was a quick turn at second base. Good transfer and a strong throw.
Coming to the plate now, Joe Thompson. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First offering on its way. Now a line drive here is caught. And if that's not symptomatic of the way this one's gone, the ball game is over. This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. Springfield secured their 10th victory. Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Springfield Cardinals and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. So striding forward now, Joe Thompson. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and the inning continues. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
That's what you call going to the plate with a game plan. 0-0 count, looking for a fastball. He took it right back up the middle. Great execution.
Batting
For this evening.
first baseman.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. A runner on first with 2 away. And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
The 2-1 on its way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. HR, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, man, it's been real interesting. They lost, then they won, then they lost. What do you think's going to happen today? Yeah, they're going to win. That way they split the series. At least that's what they're hoping they're going to do.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. Digging in for his second at-bat, Herbert Webster. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So coming to the plate, Joe Thompson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Julio will wait on it. And he's got it for out number 1. In now, Michael Fink. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
That escalated quickly.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that is through into left field, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. At the plate, Roger Figueroa.
Catcher, Roger Figueroa.
On the ground to second base, this could be 2. There's 1. On to first, a double play.
Oh, that double play gave him a...
So striding in, Joe Thompson. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, there's an opposite field base hit right there. He's off to a great start here in April, and maybe that's why, because he's using the whole...
Max bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Throw won't get him.
Well, that's always the danger when you've got a lead that's this big. You know there's not a lot of doubt about the outcome of the game, so you lose focus a little bit in the field. And sometimes as a player, you try to trick yourself into playing like it's a close game so you stay sharp.
Set to deal on 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Now in the box, Sergio Garcia. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Striding into the box, Michael Fink. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point.
11 subscribers. We need one more to hit that sub goal for this stream.
0-1 count and the pitch. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Scooped up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. And Springfield leads this thing 11-2. Standing in, Joe Thompson. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning.
Thompson.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. From the belt, the pitch. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. Liriano is on his way home. And a relay to the plate is in time. And he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 8th inning coming up. Springfield's out in front 11-4. Digging in and looking for more, Joe Thompson. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. First pitch on its way. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Julio on the move, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
This was just a nice win for these guys. They did most of their damage in that big 2nd inning and did what they had to the rest of the way to secure this win.
11-4 at the end of this affair. The Springfield Cardinals brought the bats in this one with 18 total hits. Ruben Mendez gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Jesse Ramirez was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. Tobias.
A hitter on a hot streak receives kudos from his batting coach.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Tulsa Drillers. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Ray Perez gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, I love watching this guy pitch, and particularly when he's got runners in scoring position. He's a guy that gets better when he has runners on base. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he gets in a jam. What does he do to get out of these jams where his numbers look so good with runners in scoring position?
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
First pitch of the game, and he turns it around with a line drive. Was he ready to hit or what? Don't miss it if you're swinging at that first pitch, though. That's the
game hitting streak coming in. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. A runner at second, nobody out. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Ball 2.
Nice.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll get back in safely. No one out with a runner at second. Shoots this one over to first, and a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Thompson.
Joe Thompson.
First offering on its way. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. There's one on to first, a double play. Ready for another chance. Booker Lopez, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Booker Lopez.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that is through into right field for a single. Digging in once again, Joe Thompson. A hit in 2 tries so far. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, a fair ball. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
Fielder, Pedro Liriano.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. This is line to left. Thompson is on his way home. And they've come back to tie it up as it's now a 2-2 ball game.
Well, he comes up with a big RBI single.
Digging in to try it again, Enrique Ramos. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here comes the 0-1. A double play ball to second. 4. 1 there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Digging in and looking for more, Joe Thompson. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
Hit in the air to right field. Moving under it, Dutton. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Ready for another shot now, Joe Thompson. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Hit the other way out toward right field. Dutton back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
This evening's game comes to an end 5-4, the final tally. Glenn Mora gets the win in relief. Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Tulsa Drillers. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Dutton racing back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Striding in once again, Joe Thompson. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Home run number 5 on the year as they move on top 4-0.
Well, he thought he was just about out of this inning. Then the ball leaves the bat, and he's thinking, please go foul. But no such luck. Right off the foul pole for a 2-run homer.
At the plate, Hank Trahan is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a changeup is bounced to second. Backhand on to first, and there were 2 down. Digging in for his second at-bat, David Dutton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First and second now, 1 man out. Hit on the ground out to short. To second. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. We've got more on this Sunday night after this. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Joe Thompson. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Hard ground ball to third, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
He was sitting on that fastball. You can't tell me he wasn't. First pitch fastball, and he turned on it like that. Nice job.
Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. Digging in, Booker Lopez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
That ball is above the zone. He got his hands on top of it, the old tomahawk, and got a base hit out of it.
Ready once again, Cliff Bailey. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more Sunday Night Baseball following this. Joe Thompson will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit.
And this will score the run from second to make this a 5-3 game now. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry. Stepping up now, Alfonso Caballero.
Designated hitter, Alfonso Valero.
Here's the 1-1. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be? There's one. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over. A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Harvey Maxwell gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Jamie Guerra hammers down the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out the show. The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Tulsa Drillers. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. At the plate, Joe Thompson. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Line down the left field line, but this will be foul. The windup and the 0-1. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Lopez going back on it, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. He hit the corner and tries for third, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Anytime the ball is hit that hard to deep center, you know it's going to be a tough play. The center fielder gives chase, but it ends up coming off the wall, and by that time, you knew it was going to be a triple.
1-1, here it comes. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. So digging in now, Phil Thompson, hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a swing and a fly ball. Samuels is after it, but this will wind up being a foul ball. The next 3-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Lopez moves over, and that's the second out of the inning. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game. At the plate, Joe Thompson.
Second baseman, Joe Thompson.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit the other way out toward right field. Samuels giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Northwest Arkansas out in front, 2-0. Coming to the plate now, Matt Guerra. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch.
We are 1 subscriber
Towards
away
second.
from our subscriber goal of
And a good
12
throw
to
gets him 1 gone. Now to the plate, Enrique Ramos comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Ramos.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. Throw won't get him. Digging in, Mark Felton.
The shortstop, Mark Felton.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Fielded cleanly. And indeed, he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out. Now at the plate, Hank Trahan. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one.
Hank Trahan.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Thompson fields it cleanly, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. In now, Joe Thompson. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ballgame. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Lopez going back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Wow, he's getting his daily conditioning in during the game. That's his second triple, so obviously he's seeing the ball great, and he's showing he knows how to motor around the bases just fine.
3-1, here it is. Looks at a changeup that catches the corner. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4. So striding in, Phil Thompson. He hit a sac fly earlier. Here it comes on 1-1. And the changeup is way low that time.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Now a flare out to left center. Lopez moving in. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And the go-ahead run will score on the sacrifice fly as this is now a 3-2 ball game. Now at the plate, Joe Thompson. He's tripled twice already in this ball game. Hard ground ball to third. Reined in. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Now in the box, Joe Thompson. Couple of triples on his line so far. He's 2 for 4. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Samuels on the move, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
Thompson takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And the ball's waiting for him, and he's out at the plate as he pretty much just ran out of gas.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep.
Getting off to a hot start can electrify a clubhouse, engendering a sense of limitless possibilities.
Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here. It is almost 12:30 a.m. where I'm at, so it's getting pretty late. I'm going to end the stream, get some sleep, and then come back tomorrow evening and stream again. I may do a double stream tomorrow, one in the afternoon and one in the evening. I'm not sure what game I'll be streaming yet, but you'll know when you see it. Penguin out.